premiere scene. I'm Claire Bueno. Well, Danny Dyer will certainly keep you captive as he gives a killer performance with his new film, Deviation.
Police are on high alert after Frank Norton escaped from Broadmoor Secure Hospital. He's an extremely dangerous man.
I'm here, I've actually written something for me and Mr. Dyer, which is a lovely movie. It's quite weird. I mean, I say to people it's Cape Fear meets Jerry Maguire in a weird kind of way, because there's a revenge story in it. I go to jail, come out, but we start off as friends, and it's the first time I've written anything, which is quite exciting for me, and I'm producing it as well. And we're friends, we're not friends, and we have to become friends again to fight the villains. I can't say too much, but I've got some Premiership footballers in it. It's got all the glitz and glam of football and what me and Danny do, and it's not to be taken too seriously. It's a little bit of fun, and it's for our demographic. And I've actually wrote myself a love interest in it this time.
Yeah, it makes a nice change.
He always gets the girls, doesn't he? So I thought, as soon as I've got the pen,
like you.
as soon as I've got the pen, I'm going to try and go down that way. So there's a lot in there for the girls as well. It's a feel-good movie.
You can put a fast one on me if you want, but just remember this. I don't give a shit if I kill you, because I've got absolutely nothing to lose.
You've got two lead characters who really occupy 100% of the film. So is that, as a writer and a director, easier for you to work with because you're only working with two core characters?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was pretty easy because everything was actually played in the script. I mean, that was the most important thing to do well. And then once the script is in place and it's working very well, then the rest is sort of fairly easy compared to writing the script, because the script had a lot of limitation: one car, two characters, one night. But yeah, I mean, it's all down to the script basically, and then after that, hopefully the film will be good. Yeah.
Well, as you said, the majority of the film is in the confines of a car.
Yeah.
Logistically, what was that like to produce and direct?
Well, it was quite restrictive, obviously, within the car. You've got the confines, very, very oppressive feeling, but that's exactly what JK wanted for the script and the story. It's exactly right for the characters. So, logistically, we just got on with it. We just did it.
Were they actually driving, or did you have them on a van?
That would be telling.
No,
Those
I'm not telling.
Secrets.
That's nobody's going to tell you.
Trade.
Yeah. All I can tell you is that Danny does have a driving license.
He does.
So that for sure.
Contrary to
But the rest of it, no, we're not telling. Big secret.
The other thing as well that I noticed that London is very much a character as well within this film. Can you tell us a bit more about that and why it was so inclusive and integral to the story, really?
I think London is also very at night. It can be very sinister, it can be very empty, and I think it was a representation of both characters. One who is obviously a psychopath. So I think it sort of represented in the landscape of London at night, and also London at night, sinister, very, very empty, can also show the absolute loneliness of Anna, the woman being kidnapped. So I thought it would work very well to have it in London, and London is great. I mean, we've got such a variety of buildings and houses, and so I mean it's completely mad. It's almost like the town has been built by a schizophrenic kind of guy. It's just sometimes I just wonder what it is, but it's great. I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I definitely enjoyed watching it. I mean, it was great the way the little sort of you just gave little bits away and just enough for an audience to really get into the characters and what we're about to I don't know what you're about to reveal to us, I suppose. What was great as well was that the performances between the pair of the two leads, wasn't it?
They worked exceptionally well together. I mean, JK worked with them a couple of days intensive rehearsals, and I think that really, really shows on screen that that real chemistry between the two of them. And considering they're such different actor and actress from such different, diverse areas of the screen, even in the industry, they gel so well. And I think that really matters for us to have such strong casting like that.
You just made me kill a bloke for nothing. Nobody's gonna help you. This is my turn.
Your character is it? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
It isn't kind of what you expect either, is it?
No, it kind of comes out of nowhere, I think. I think they just think he's a normal bloke, and then it turns out he's a bit of a weirdo. Yeah, bit of a stalker.
Of the wrong sort, actually. He's a bit of a fan of the anti-hero.
Yeah, he is, and it's his downfall as well in the end. He's just trying to be nice, and he saves him as well. I don't want to give it away. Sorry.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
What was it like being a part of the production?
My main memory is how cold it was. It was absolutely freezing. And then costume brought out this coat. They went, yeah, this is your costume, and it was this flimsy little. It was like a spring windbreaker, and so it was absolutely freezing. And I had, layers and layers, and I had hot water bottles, and it was freezing. But I think that really kind of added to the atmosphere, and made it kind of a bit more spooky, a bit more.
Have you actually seen the film?
I saw a screening of it, yeah. But I tend to do that when I'm on, and yeah.
Oh no, you shouldn't. What was it like working with JK?
Yeah, it was great. And I was doing a theatre job at the time. So when you do theatre, you kind of, I think your acting becomes a bit more animated, and JK was really good. He was like, just do nothing, just move your eyes, that's all you got to do. And he was really nice about it. He wasn't kind of condescending or anything. He was just because the jump from theatre to screen, it's totally different. You just got to think it on screen, and then it happens, and he just helped me along with that.
It is actually that kind of less is more for the camera, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. And he was great with that. Yeah, he was great.
Was there any sort of anything in particular that you took away that was a special memory of the film?
I think the way I die is quite horrific. And when you see it on screen, I was like, oh my God, it looks like that. But at the time, it was just a bit of fun. It was kind of fun at the time. And then you look at it, and you're like, oh my God, that's really horrific. So I think that's my that's what I'm happiest with, I think.
Well, Amber's a very resourceful, brave young woman, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. I thought to myself, would I be that resourceful and brave? I hope so, but I think it's interesting what happens in that kind of situation, what reserves of strength that you find you actually possess. I think it's probably quite surprising.
Did you find as well, kind of giving her the backstory that she was a nurse, that really gave her the tools to be able to tap into her instincts, really?
Yeah, I think what it gave her was an ability to sort of shut out her emotional side and think very practically about how to best deal with the situation.
And there's a lot of, within the film, there's a lot of obviously you reacting to Danny's fluctuating moods. Was that something that was improvised and done in the moment or scripted?
It was all scripted, but JK is a very generous director, and he was quite keen for us both to explore, and yeah, there were moments of improvising throughout. Yeah.
And you're working in the confines of a close space most of the time, in the car. Did that help both of you kind of create that tension?
Definitely. Very claustrophobic. Yeah, it's helpful.
Well, we're seeing you in a very different light in this film, aren't we?
I'm trying to do something different, and I know that people out there that hate me, right? And I'm like Marmite, they're going to laugh at the idea because I'm a serial killer. But actually, if you sit down and watch this movie, I really am trying. And not trying, I've actually pulled it off. I'm really happy with what I've achieved with this movie. It's two actors in a car, one the predator, one the victim, and that's it. No gimmicks. So no, it has to be a strong performance from both of us for it to stand up as a film, And I think we did it. I know we did.
Without a doubt. I mean, there's one part where you've got the headache and you lie down and she starts to stroke your head, and I'm telling you, you gave me chills.
Oh yeah, no, that was. You know what? I got the script and I read it, and in the script, I sort of have these fits, and in the script it just says he makes these animal noises. I thought, what am I going to do here? I thought the only way to do it is just go for it, extreme. But yeah, that scene, and I'm getting off on it when she's stroking my hair. This is the weird thing. I'm meant to be like this serial killer rapist, but I think I would be a rapist that couldn't get it up. In the idea of having my hair stroked was what really turned me on. Very strange, very odd.
It was tender.
Fun to play, though, but cringy.
Is it hard for you to connect when you're reading the script and you're playing somebody like this? Is it hard to connect and find something endearing?
Quite an organic actor. I trust my instincts. So I read it and thought, well, I think I know what I'm going to do with that. We only had a half a day rehearsal, and that rehearsal was more about the fight stuff. and how I'm going to get in the car and carjack her and cable tie, like that, the logistics of that. So the rest of it, we just let it grow every day. And because I was blessed with Anna, I mean, how beautiful and taller than me though, that fucked me off a little bit. I've got to say that. I was trying to terrorise her. I'm looking up at her. But that was the beauty of the script and the idea is that we didn't go for a conventional small girl that's going to be intimidated, screaming and blonde little thing. It was the opposite to that, and that excited me, you know.
I would think as well, she's such a strong actress that to play her off that is going to be great for being in the moment and
Yeah.
just...
Listen, I think for me, I'm very left field, right, in it, and I can go where I want with it because I'm a nutter, I'm a schizophrenic, I'm laughing, I'm happy, I'm crying, whereas she's got to play terror. But she's got to play terror where she's terrified but not terrified because she plays this cat and mouse game with me. That's tough. Especially for the first quarter of an hour, she's really sort of got to hold it in. And I looked in her eyes every day and it was a joy because what an actor wants is a brilliant actor in front of him, you know, because there's nothing better. There's nothing better. If you're a good actor yourself, then you can stand up with each other and really go where you want with it and not feel, you know, you worry about your own performance, but not have to worry about somebody else's performance, you know. So it was a joy. I couldn't have got a better actress. I mean, and I mean that, and anyone in the world.
Well, that's it from Premier Scene for this evening. We're off home now, and we are certainly keeping our car doors locked. I'm Claire Bueno, and we'll see you next time.
Things would have been